us. But thank you for joining us. Glad you're here, and hopefully we enjoy a fantastic basketball game tonight. And it's shaping up. It has all the earmarks of being just that.
Oh, it's going to be a great one. I tell you what, Greenbrier East is the girls. You can tell during warm-up they are excited and ready to play. And then, of course, Mingo Central's coming in here to try to knock Greenbrier East off. You take records out of it, okay? They're playing Greenbrier East, and they want to get a W.
Yeah, you talk about being excited and ready to play. I saw on Twitter the last couple of days, Mingo Central had some fans back home make them custom pajamas to wear up here to the Greenbrier. They had custom bags they brought with them. They're excited to be here. The whole community is excited to be here, and I know the Greenbrier is excited to have them. This is really a special treat for every team who's able to come play in this battle for the Spring House. It's an event like you won't find anywhere else, that's for sure.
No, you won't. Everybody that knows basketball or college basketball goes into the Battle of Atlantis and all that stuff, preseason college basketball things. This has the makings of that. It looks like the ballroom's just laid out perfect with bleachers all around it, a perfect court with great rims, and great perfect court with great rims, and great just the whole thing's a great facility. It's wonderful to have this chance to do this.
We've got a big crowd on hand with us tonight, so it should be an electric atmosphere. Should be a whole lot of fun as we bring you the action here at Greenbrier East and Mingo Central. Mingo Central's cheerleaders are here with us as well. We are noticing them perform in the pregame, doing a great job. So everybody's here. It's just going to be one fantastic basketball game as we finish up day one of the battle for the Spring House. It's been a great overall day, and we've got one more to go. So we're going to take one more quick break, and when we come back, it'll be time for game action right here at the Battle for the Spring House. You're listening to the Fritz's Pharmacy of Alderson Lady Spartan Countdown on Oldies 93 WKCJ.
Peer pressure looks a lot different than what people make it out to be. It's not more like a, hey, do this, but it's being around all those people. And that's what the peer pressure is. No one's forcing you to do it, but it's fitting in.
And the Greenbrier East Lady Spartans. At this time, let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's game, beginning with the Mingo Central Lady Miners under the direction of head coach Kim Davis-Smith. Please welcome senior number 2, Alyssa Davis. Senior number 10, Megan Atkins. Sophomore number 11, Delaney Grimmett. Senior number 24, Madison Curry. Sophomore number 32, Addie Smith. And the rest of the Mingo Central Lady Miners. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the Greenbrier East Lady Spartans under the direction of head coach Jim Justice. Please welcome freshman number 55, Hannah Fuller. Sophomore number 50, Elizabeth Wooding. Sophomore number 30, Ryan White. Freshman number 2, Kennedy Stewart. Senior number 5, Cadence Stewart. And the rest of the Greenbrier East Lady Spartans. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Performing the anthem this evening, we welcome from the Greenbrier Springhouse Entertainers, Keenan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and stars stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We're back inside Colonial Hall, and we're ready for tip-off here. Game 4 of the battle for the Springhouse, Greenbrier East and Mingo Central. Greenbrier East wearing the home whites, green lettering, Spartans across the chest. It's trimmed in gold, green numerals trimmed in gold, and green and gold striped down the pants with the Spartan logo. Mingo Central decked out in their baby blues with gray writing. Kennedy Stewart controls the tip for Greenbrier. She gets it over to Cadence on the wing. Cadence thought about a three, stops and swings it cross court to Ryan White. White dribbles all the way across the court, now hands off to Cadence. She's guarded out there tightly. Gets it down in the corner to White. Now inside to Hannah Fuller with a touch. Back out to White on the wing. Kennedy with it now. Kennedy Stewart dribbles top of the key. She dribbles to her left with the left hand. Now back between the legs. Gets it inside the paint to Hannah Fuller. Pass to Kennedy is tipped away, stolen. Here comes Delaney Grimmett for Mingo Central, and she's fouled on her way to the hoop. Won't get it to fall, but she'll shoot two. Foul's going to go against Kennedy Stewart. Delaney Grimmett going to try to score the first points of the game as she steps to the line, and she switches through the first. So Mingo Central scores first, 7:28 to go. Kennedy. She'll have one more and rolls it home. 2-0 Mingo Central early on. Here comes Kennedy with it now across the Springhouse logo on midcourt. Fed in just above the foul line to Hannah Fuller. Baseline jumper up and good for Liz Wooding. Liz Wooding getting her first start of the season tonight. She capitalizes early with the first points of the game for Greenbrier East. It's tied at 2.
Yep, way to get the ball to the high post, and Hannah does her thing and turns and finds Liz wide open. Great job.
Greenbrier East playing a 2-3 zone as Mingo Central swings it around. Up top to Addison Smith. She lets it go off the rim, no good. Rebound tracked down in the corner there by Wooding, but has it poked away. Now it's Madison Curry with the three, no good. A rebound. Delaney Grimmett, she backs it out. Now gets it to Addie Smith. Addie going to reset as she dribbles the ball, yo-yos between the circles. Gets it to the right wing to Grimmett. Now back up top. Now left wing as they swing it around the horn. Delaney Grimmett with it on the wing, feeds it inside, now back out. Mingo Central looking for a shot. The Greenbrier East defense strong so far. Addie Smith with it as they swing it around again. They get some praise from head coach Jim Justice. He likes the way they're playing defense. Three ball from the wing and no good. Hannah Fuller controls the rebound, tries to get to White and throws it out of bounds. If we get some names wrong, some numbers wrong, I apologize, as we're blocked here by head coach Jim Justice. We have a nice view, though, of it on the TV, but the baby blue mixed with the gray numerals makes it pretty tough to see who's who. Is Addie Smith going to inbound right in front of us? She gets it up top. The ponytail there is not helping either. That's number 10, Megan Adkins. She feeds it inside, and Madison Curry scores it in the paint, makes it 4-2, Mingo Central.
Okay, Mingo Central's very patient with the ball. A good job by Greenbrier East. They ran a lot of clock there with good defense.
Ryan White with it on the right wing. She feeds it down on the baseline to Wooding. Nice pass there back to White, and White goes to the glass and scores it. Ryan White ties the game at 4 with 5:39 to go. Here's Addie Smith with it on the other end. She goes it with the right hand between the circles, looking over Greenbrier's 2-3 zone. She swings it left to Megan Atkins, now all the way across court to Delaney Grimmett. Now back up top to Smith. She lets go on a 3, top of the key, and hits it.
I'm telling you, the scouting report coming into this game was you can't leave Smith open, and she starts out 1 for 3 of the game, but those first 2 misses were very rare.
Baseline jumper again from Liz Wooding. This time she can't get it to fall, and Smith controls the rebound. She's pressured there in the backcourt by White. She breaks the midcourt stripe. Smith swings it on the wing. Now back up top to Smith. Gets it on the right to Megan Atkins. Now inside, touch there by Madison Curry, and we're going to get a turnover. The Greenbrier ball. Spartans trail it 7-4. 4:47 here to go in the opening quarter. Kennedy Stewart across midcourt, gets it to Cadence on the wing. Cadence drives in, gets around the screen from Fuller, now backs it out. Cadence drives in, gives it to Ryan White. Corner 3, no good. Rebound, Mingo Central. Here come the Miners. Addie Smith with it. Crosses midcourt. She'll be picked up there by Cadence. Swings it left. 3 ball on the way is good.
They counted a 2, Cam. Give her 2.
Long 2 there from Delaney Grimmett. Makes it 9-4. And Kennedy, as she tries to spin up the top of the key, is fouled.
That was the Lady Miners, number 11, Delaney Grimmett, her first.
Delaney Grimmett picks up that foul, her first. And Caroline Dawson going to check in for the first time, gives Liz Wooding a break. She got to start, played well.
She had great 4 minutes for her.
Dodson with it now. On the elbow, gets it down on the baseline to Ryan White. She puts up the jumper and hits it. Ryan White's jumper trims that lead to 3, makes it 9-6. Mingo Central with 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Caroline Dodson now is all over Addie Smith. We've seen that before on other teams' best players. Caroline Dodson does a nice job if she can just stay out of foul trouble. Atkins with it now, resets the offense, gets it over to a number 12 that I don't have on my roster. We'll find out who that is. Addie Smith with it up top now. She drives baseline, puts up a little floater, hits it. That's a tough shot, but she hammers it home, makes it 11-6. That's good defense by Greenbrier. Just a play there by Addie Smith. Kennedy Stewart now in the lane, finds a little opening, but she's going to back it back out. Gives it to Cadence. Cadence drives, puts it up with the left hand, and we're going to get a charge called against Cadence Stewart. Cadence Stewart whistled for her first foul on the offensive side. Second team foul for Greenbrier East. 11-6, Mingo Central leads it, 3:13 to go in the opening quarter. Isabella Hall with the basketball now. She swings it left. Now back up top to Addie Smith. Smith guarded closely there by Dodson. Gets it in the paint. Turnaround jumper, no good. Cadence Stewart with the rebound. Cadence hands off to Kennedy and they'll reset. 11-6, Mingo Central. Kennedy going to stop, pop for 3. No good, strong off the back iron. Caroline Dodson with the rebound. Dodson puts it up with the left hand. It's blocked. And here comes Mingo Central back the other way. Isabella Hall with it. Nice pass underneath. Layup no good. Hannah Fuller clears the rebound and tries to throw it to Cadence Stewart. Throws it over her head, but it was last touched by Mingo Central. Will turn over to Greenbrier East. Kennedy Stewart leads the offense for Greenbrier East. Spartans trail at 11-6. Kennedy around the screen from Cadence. They work it in, now out. McKenna McClure for 3, no good off the rim. McClure tries to track down the rebound, instead knocks over a Mingo Central player, knocks over Alyssa Davis, and she'll be called for the foul. McKenna McClure's first, the third team foul. And it'll be Addie Smith bringing the ball up the floor. Mingo Central working it on the wing to Grimmett. Now down underneath. Smith backs it out against the close defense of Caroline Dotson. Dotson all over as Isabella Hall has it now between the circles. She resets the offense, holds out the arm, and she sets up a play.
Tell you what, Mingo Central has a lot of length on the floor right now.
Addison Smith is going to see Caroline Dotson in her nightmares. Dotson is draped all over her everywhere she goes, and Dotson gives her a little push there. She'll be whistled for the foul. She just reached out and pushed her. You're going to call that one every time.
Yeah.
And I apologize. We don't know who number 12 is right now. We will find out for Mingo Central. I did not have her on the official roster that they submitted here for the Battle for the Spring House. Madison Curry going to check back in. Addie Smith gives it to Isabella Hall off the inbounds. Down the corner, Smith left open for a three. Can't get this one to go. Ryan White controls the rebound. Caden Stewart had it poked from behind, but it ends up in the hands of Caroline Dotson on the wing, and she hits the three ball. Caroline Dotson comes off the bench, hits a big three. It's now 11-9. Greenbrier has trimmed that lead to 2. 1:22 to go.
Say if Greenbrier can get some confidence going with Caroline, she's going to have a great night.
Mingo Central with it on the wing. Davis looking for some help. It's stolen away. Here comes Ryan White pushing it ahead. Mingo Central, though, ends up with it in the backcourt, and Caroline Dotson bumps her. That's 2 cheap fouls called against Caroline Dotson. You can't like that if you're Greenbrier East. They wanted her to be draped all over her, but she's gotten 2 fouls that neither one of them were needed at all. So Mingo Central with it, a 2-point lead with a minute to go. Smith gives it off to Davis. Davis guarded by Caden Stewart. Now right wing to Smith. Ryan White on her now as Caroline Dotson has those 2 fouls. Up at the top, it's Sparks, we're told, is number 12. We'll get the first name in just a moment. They work it around. Curry with it now gives to Smith. Smith fancy dribbling as she looks to get it inside. There's Sparks, and she's going to be fouled on the arm as she puts the jumper up from just behind the foul line. She'll go to the line for 2. Ryan White got her that foul, so Greenbrier East has 16 fouls. They're adding up quickly with 34 seconds to go here in the opening quarter, and the first free throw from Sparks. Sparks hits the first, makes it 12-9, and the second one is up and good. It's 13-9. 4-point lead for Mingo Central.
Sparks is a very long athletic player, and she comes off the bench for them. So,
yeah, she definitely has the length. Caden Stewart open for a 3, misses everything. Caroline Dotson controls the rebound, though. Dotson has it stolen away from her. Here comes Mingo Central. Smith with it. Gets across the midcourt line with 13 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Smith dribbles right wing, now back up top. 7 seconds to go. She lets one fly and hits it. Had Caden Stewart all over her, but she just put it up and found it. 16-9, and Greenbrier East half-court shot there for Caroline Dotson was on line, but just a little short, and that's going to end our first quarter. We've played 1. Mingo Central leading Greenbrier 16-9. You're listening to the Battle for the Springhouse on Oldies 93 WKCJ.
You look at somebody that's addicted to drugs as this person that's falling down and can't function, and she wasn't like that. And she wasn't like that even at the end.
Back here at the Battle for the Springhouse, Mingo Central leading Greenbrier 16-9 after 1 quarter. And Eric, we heard about Addie Smith coming into this game. We found out why. You could be right in her face and she'll knock one down.
She's going to knock it down, absolutely. over top of length and everything. I mean, she's a shooter.
Mingo Central with it to begin the second quarter. Smith has it between the circles. She swings it to right. And we're going to get an offensive foul called there. I think an illegal screen maybe.
Yeah, she was moving as she came across and got her.
Called on Delaney Grimmett. That's her second. Greenbrier trails it by 7 with the basketball with 7:46 here to go in the second quarter. Caroline Dotson dribbles it up the court, crosses midcourt. Missed the cutting Caden Stewart there. They get it into Caroline now. Caroline with the turnaround at the rim off the glass, no good. Caroline battles for the rebound, can't track it down. It's in the hands of Mingo Central now. Smith with it as she crosses midcourt. She dribbles on the Springhouse logo, now hands it off to Isabella Hall. Grimmett with it on the left wing, now back up top to Smith. She's guarded by White. Now back to Hall on the right wing. Down in the corner, it's Madison Curry. And Mingo Central patiently passing around the horn and get it inside. Blocked there by Hannah Fuller. Madison Curry tried to get it up. Hannah Fuller said no way, swatted it away.
Both teams patient, and then, of course, Hannah Fuller using her length and blocking that shot.
Here comes Kennedy Stewart doing a little dribbling clinic, spins in the lane, gives it off to Ryan White. Back up top. Caden Stewart, long three on the way, is short. Misses everything. It'll roll out of bounds to Mingo Central. Caden Stewart put on a show here last year. The 2 games in the battle for the Springhouse, she scored 30 and 31 points in the 2 games. Hall with it. Gives it up top of the key to Madison Curry. That's not where she usually plays. She's usually inside. Shot on the way this time from Smith is no good, and Caroline Dotson controls the rebound. Dotson again brings it up the floor. She gets to the foul line, gets in the lane, has an opening, but hands off to Fuller. Fuller back out to Ryan White, gives it to Caden Stewart. Stewart going to drive in, draw some contact as she goes up. The shot won't fall, but she'll go to the line. Caden Stewart drawing the foul against Madison Curry. That's her first. Stewart going to try to knock him down to trim into the 16-9 advantage. Stewart's first is good. Nothing but the net here for Caden Stewart. She'll have one more. Shot on its way, tickles this line, and it's 16-11. Greenbrier staying within striking distance here as Mingo Central crosses midcourt.
Say Greenbrier East's boxing one they're running against Smith has really given Mingo Central fits. They're struggling to find somebody else to score.
Madison Curry has it on the wing now, gives it to Smith. Smith, Ryan White all over her, lets it fly, no good. Caroline Dotson skies in the air for a rebound. She's going to be fouled as she does. Isabella Hall is going to be whistled on that one. That's her second. And Greenbrier, as you said, doing well with that little box and one. Now see if they can find some offense. Inbounds pass given to Ryan White. She's going to slowly dribble across midcourt and then give it up to Caroline Dotson. Dotson between the circles gets it to Kennedy Stewart. Stewart has an opening from three. Top of the key, no good. Hannah Fuller there to track down the rebound. And Kennedy Stewart has it now down in the corner. She's trapped but gets it up top to Dotson. Dotson's open for a three from the wing. Yes! Caroline Dotson nails the three ball from the wing. And the lead is now 2. It's 16-14. 5 straight points for Greenbrier East. Smith feeds it inside, had a wide open teammate, puts it up and good is Alyssa Davis, excuse me. Makes it 18-14, and that ends the 5-0 run for Greenbrier East. Here comes Caden Stewart with it, goes behind her back. 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Dotson open again, thought about it, didn't pull the trigger this time, gives it to Kennedy. Kennedy drives the baseline, puts it up, no good. Ryan White's there at the rebound, no good. Hannah Fuller cleans it up and scores. Hannah Fuller, big rebound and a score, makes it 18-16. It's a 2-point game once again. 4:52 to play here in the second quarter.
Tell you what, it's good to see Caroline with confidence shooting the basketball tonight. She's 2 for 2 from behind the arc.
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked good. Maddie Smith brings it slowly up the court. She'll be met right there at half court by Ryan White. Smith drives, looking for room, comes around the screen, but she's met there instead by Dotson. Dotson knocked it away temporarily, but Mingo Central able to get control of it. Hall with it on the wing, feeds it inside. Layup shot good by Sparks as she uses her length to get to the rim and scores. 20-16, Mingo Central. Kennedy Stewart now across midcourt, and she's going to be grabbed from behind by Isabella Hall, and I believe that's her third. Hall was whistled for the foul. I have her for 3. And Kane Stewart going to inbound. Hall is going to take a seat with those 3 fouls. Stewart will inbound right in front of the Mingo Central bench. Stewart gets it in to White. White tries to go back to Stewart. It's poked away by Madison Curry. It'll stay with Greenbrier East. 4:20 to go in the second quarter. Mingo Central leads it 20-16. Dotson has a little opening, goes to the rim. She's swatted away by Sparks. Dotson thought she had room, but she didn't realize Sparks' long arms. Now Mingo Central on the break gets it to Grimmett. She scores. Block shot leads to a transition bucket. It's 22-16. Back comes Kennedy Stewart, finds Ryan White. White drives, puts up a floater off the rim, off the glass, and scores it. Nice move there by Ryan White. It's 22-18.
Ryan White came to play tonight. She is a defender tonight, and then, of course, she's 3 for 3 right now from the floor.
Addie Smith trying to find some room for a shot. Instead, she gets it inside the Sparks. Sparks lays it up and scores. There's 2 easy ones back-to-back for Sparks as she's providing some trouble in the paint for Greenbrier East. 24-18. Kennedy in the lane, little floater off the back iron, no good. Sparks has the rebound. Kennedy had a little opening there, just couldn't get it to fall. Here come the Miners running the floor on the other end. Layup shot by Grimmett is up and good. It's 26-18.
Tell you what, that's the only way Mingo Central scores in transition, because when we slow them down and get them in half-court offense, they struggle.
Greenbrier East needs some offense now. They trail by 8. Try to feed Fuller. Pass is intercepted. Here comes Smith on the other end. She's going to stop, pop to the foul line. No good. Caroline Dawson has the rebound. Greenbrier East has numbers ahead. Dawson finds Ryan White streaking ahead all alone, puts it up and scores. She's going to be called for the travel first. Ryan White was all wide open underneath the basket. They hit her in the hands, and she just bobbled it a little. She called for the travel, but really, Eric, I think if she's bobbling the basketball, she really doesn't have possession of it, so I don't know how she can walk.
Yeah, it was definitely a loose ball in her hands. But
timeout called by Greenbrier East head coach Jim Justice. We'll take it with them. 2:51 to go in the second quarter. Mingo Central leading Greenbrier East 26-18 at the battle for the Springhouse on Oldies 93 WKCJ. .251 to go in the second quarter. Mingo Central leading 26-18. It was 18-16 just a moment ago, and now Mingo Central makes a little run with some transition basketball. Greenbrier East going to see if they can bring it into it and find some offense. Curry with it on the wing. Gives it off, poked away there by Caden Stewart, but Mingo Central able to come back up with it. Curry around the screen looking for some room, but Spartan defense swarming all over her. McKenna McClure on her now as Smith going to back it out and look for some offense. Up top now to Sparks. Sparks looks over, uses her height to look over the Greenbrier East defense, trying to find something. Gives it to Curry on the wing. Now to Davis. Davis goes back up top, now down in the corner to Curry. Curry looks over the defense, finds nothing.
Greenbrier East has found some success here in this half-court defense, so great job by them.
Tried to feed it inside. It's knocked away by Ryan White. It'll stay with Mingo Central. Yeah, Greenbrier East doing a nice job on the defensive end. As you said, Mingo Central scoring in transition, but when they have to set up their half-court offense, Greenbrier East having a lot of success there. Mingo Central going to inbound from underneath the basket. Gets it in a Sparks just inside the foul line. She scores it. Just too long for Greenbrier East to really affect that shot.
Yeah. Only thing Greenbrier East has for that's Hannah Fuller.
28-18 now. Greenbrier East needs an offensive answer. Gets it inside of Fuller. She loses it. Stolen away by Sparks. Here comes Smith back the other way. Liz Wooding ready to check in on the next dead ball. Alyssa Davis on the wing. She's picked up there by Kennedy Stewart. Now gets it to Curry. Swings it around the horn to Smith. Smith looking for some room. Gets it to Sparks. Greenbrier East defense all over him again. Mingo Central not finding anything easy in the half court.
They've missed the high pick and the roll there a few times.
Delaney Gribben gets it inside this time, goes to the basket, and it'll be a foul whistled against Greenbrier East.
On Ryan White.
Now they say Fuller, or at least.
He said Ryan White.
Okay.
I think Mr. Trump was a little bit far away to see it.
First shot is up and good by Grimmett. And the lead is now 11. It's 29-18. There's two just a short moment ago. Grimmett will have one more, puts it up and scores it. 30-18. Greenbrier East needs to get on a little run here in the last 1:13 here in the second quarter to see if they can make it a little more manageable as they head to the locker room. Kennedy Stewart behind the back, goes around a screen from Wooding, puts up a three and hits it. What a big bucket there for Kennedy Stewart. She just stopped, popped, and knocked it down. It's 30-21.
Kennedy's showing some life out there. It's good to see some excitement.
Miners with it as they work it around the horn. Trapped right in front of Greenbrier East bench, and they step out of bounds. It'll turn it over to the Spartans with 48 seconds to go. Kenna McClure will inbound right in front of the Greenbrier East bench. Gets it into Kennedy Stewart. Kennedy crosses midcourt as the clock ticks to 45 seconds. Caden Stewart on the wing, looking for some space. Has none. Instead drives in the lane. She's met by about three Mingo Central defenders there. They get it to Ryan White. White underneath the McClure. Nice passing there. Liz Wooding, jumper no good. White controls the rebound. White's double teamed there. Tries to throw out of it. Has it stolen away by Sparks, and Mingo Central has the basketball. Here comes Smith, guarded closely by White. Smith dribbles off her foot. Hasn't got it across midcourt yet. She does now with 12 seconds to go in the half. Smith backs it back out. Clock's down to 8. McKenna McClure all over. She's looking for some room. Smith going to drive baseline, put up a floater, no good. Rebound inside, put up no good by Davis, and that's going to end our first half. After 2 quarters of play, it's Mingo Central 30, Greenbrier East 21. We'll be back for more basketball. You're listening to the Warner Music School of Lewisburg halftime show on Oldies 93 WKCJ.
The mountains and the trees make our area some of the most scenic in the nation, but they also present a challenge to Appalachian Power supplying energy. More than half of our customers' power outages are caused by trees falling onto our power lines. That's why we dedicate more than 1,600 full-time workers to manage vegetation. Each year, we clear more than 5,000 miles along our rights-of-way to keep service safe and reliable. Every day, I work to keep trees away from our power lines. It's an important part of Appalachian Power's commitment to keep your energy service reliable.
Sports in the Greenbrier fit together like peaches and iced tea. Over the years, America's Resort has hosted some incredible sporting events, including the Ryder Cup, Solheim Cup, the PGA Tour, professional boxing, and training camps for NFL and NBA teams. From Sam Snead to Tom Brady and from Lou Gehrig to Tiger Woods, sports' biggest stars have walked the iconic hallways of the Greenbrier or the fairways of the Old White. Last February, a new tradition began with the inaugural Battle for the Springhouse, bringing basketball inside the Grand Colonial Hall for the first time for a setting that is truly unmatched. Now it's time for an encore as some of the top high school teams in the Mountain State return to this hallowed venue for year number 2. The field this year features the best of the best, with 4 girls' powers and 4 boys' powers from every corner of the state going to battle with the ultimate goal of bringing the Springhouse Trophy back to their schools.
The competition will be fierce, but this weekend is about more than basketball. It's a chance for these student athletes to experience one of West Virginia's true treasures. It's an opportunity to learn about the centuries of history that have taken place on these 11,000 acres. And most of all, it's about making memories that will last long after their athletic careers come to a close. So as the Greenbrier guests enjoy bunker tours, afternoon tea, and the lobster mashed potatoes at Prime 44, the Greenbrier Valley Channel is proud to take you courtside in Colonial Hall. Every dribble, pass, shot, steal, and buzzer beater can be found right here as these talented athletes give their all for the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's game time at the 2023 Battle for the Springhouse.
Back here on the Warner Music School of Lewisburg halftime show, Mingo Central leading Greenbrier East 30-21. Cam Huffman, Eric Workman with you. And Eric, it was a kind of a back and forth first half. Mingo Central opened up an 11-6 lead. Greenbrier East cut that with a 3 to 11-9. Then it was 16-9 at the end of the first quarter. Greenbrier East came battling back. It was 18-16. Spartans had it within 2. And then Mingo Central went on a little run and went all the way up by 12, 30-18. Kennedy Stewart hit a 3 in the closing minutes to make it 30-21, back to single digits, and that's right where we stand at halftime. And Mingo Central has really kind of struggled to score in the half court, but they've had enough transition offense and have used the height of Sparks to really find an answer against this Greenbrier East team and build up this 9-point lead.
Yeah, they really have, and I'll tell you, break it down. Sparks, I've only got her 3 rebounds, but I know I've missed a couple, but had a couple big blocks, and she's been the game changer for them because Greenbrier has done a really good job against Smith. I mean, Smith's hit some shots, but they've all been contested, so good job by them on that. But I'll tell you, the tale of the tale is Greenbrier East only forced 2 turnovers, 2 in the whole half, okay? Mingo Central's done a pretty good job at that, but Greenbrier East is giving up 10.
Yeah, we talk about Greenbrier East doing a nice job defensively. Give Mingo Central a ton of credit as well, as they're making things tough for Greenbrier East on the offensive end. The Spartans haven't had a whole lot of open looks. They've knocked down a couple, but Mingo Central definitely making it tough on that end of the floor.
Absolutely. And, I mean, if you look, Greenbrier East's success has been whenever we slow them down and get them in half-court offense until late there in the second quarter, whenever Sparks started hitting some foul line jumpers right there. Other than that, they haven't done anything. A lot of it's been in transition, then them rebounding the ball and putting it back in. So,
yeah, absolutely. What do you think the answer is for Greenbrier East offensively? What do they do to kind of find a spark and put some points on the board out of the locker room?
I think we need to come out and start setting some high screens and rolling off of it, trying to get the ball in the paint, and then finding people in the corners for some shots. And because they're running a box and one on Cadence, and she good job by them. They've held her to only 2 points at the foul line in the first half. So hopefully we can get her going and get her some confidence. But then again, on the flip side, Caroline Dotson's hit 2 threes, and Ryan's came out playing well. So we're not beat here. It's just we got to find out what we're good at and then go do that.
Yeah, give Caden Stewart some credit too, though, Eric, because she's seen that type of defense a lot this season, and at times when she has, you've really seen the frustration in her face, and it kind of carried over on the court as she makes some frustration-type plays. You haven't seen that early in the game. Obviously she wants to score, but you haven't seen that frustration with her. She's just kind of still playing within herself and playing the game, and hopefully it'll come for her here in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely it will. She's a great player, okay? And they're guarding her that way because they know she's a great player, right? So hopefully she can keep her head good, and Coach is going to write up stuff to get her some shots and get her confidence going. Once she gets her confidence going, she's a senior leader. The team's going to go behind her. So hopefully they get her going early here in the second half.
Sounds like a plan. We're going to take one more break here on the Warner Music School of Lewisburg halftime show, and when we come back, it'll be time for the second half of action. Halftime score, Mingo Central 30, Greenbrier East 21 here at the Battle for the Springhouse at the Greenbrier on Oldies 93, WKCJ, and the Greenbrier Valley Channel. We're back at the Battle for the Springhouse. Cam Huffman, Eric Workman. We appreciate you listening to the Warner Music School of Lewisburg halftime show, and now we're ready for the second half of action. Mingo Central leading Greenbrier East 30-21. See if the Spartans can find a way to cut into this lead here as we come out of the break.
Yeah, it's crucial for a fast start for Greenbrier East right here with hopefully a good drawn-up play and get a quick shot here, a good shot.
And it will be Spartan basketball to start. Greenbrier East will inbound over on the far side away from us in front of a bunch of Caden Stewart fans. They get it in, or Kennedy Stewart fans too, I guess, as Cadence dribbles to her left. Now hands off to Dotson. Dotson, the White takes steps as she tries to feed Fuller in the paint. Turns it over. Maybe we'll solve our problem here, Eric, with being blocked a little bit here, because we'll have Greenbrier East on the end of the floor that we can't see as well, but we know their numbers
right
on the screen. We won't have to see them. So Smith has it for Mingo Central, hands over to Atkins. Now back to Smith between the circles as she sets up the offense. Greenbrier East right now in a little 2-3. Up top to Grimmett. Grimmett feeds the paint. Now back out. Now back inside to an open Madison Curry, and she's fouled by Ryan White going to the basket.
I got that 3 on Ryan.
Oh, they're going to call it on Fuller. Madison Curry going to have a pair. Her first is good. Mingo Central, we talked about them struggling a little bit in the half-court offense, Eric, but they've done a nice job at times swinging around that paint until they find somebody open underneath, and when they do, they've hit them well. Curry's second one rolls around every part of the rim and falls through.
I don't think it didn't touch a piece of the paint up here, did it?
32-21. The lead is 11. Caroline Dotson loses it on the wing off her foot. Turnover to Mingo Central. Here come the Miners. Megan Adkins between the circles, swings it right. They're going to leave Smith open for 3. She doesn't hesitate to pull the trigger. No good. But they're going to get the rebound. Curry inside off the glass and scores over Hannah. Madison Curry has been big here early in the third quarter, and it's 34-21. Greenbrier East needs a run stopper now. Kenny Stewart on the elbow, gets it out to Dotson. Dotson going to drive in the lane, finds an open Ryan White. White corner 3, too strong. Hannah Fuller with the rebound, puts it off the glass, rolls off, no good. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Greenbrier East. Hannah Fuller had a great look at it there, and it kind of rolled around the rim, just wouldn't fall through. And now Kennedy Stewart inbound underneath the basket. See if Greenbrier East can get something here. Inbounds pass to Cadence. Cadence puts it up and scores. Nice play there to get Cadence Stewart open on the inbounds, and Stewart hits the shot, makes it count. 34-23.
We talked about getting her a bucket early, so hopefully that transitions into good play for her here.
Smith with it between the circles. Gets it to Grimmett. Now inside to Curry. Curry gets it to Davis. Now they're going to come back out. Mingo Central done a nice job feeding inside. If there's nothing there, they kick it back out. If it is there, they go to the rim. As Curry now tries to feed the pass inside to Davis. She can't get it. Stolen away by Cadence Stewart. Here comes Cadence running the floor. Cadence foul line. Basket no good off the glass. Fuller had the rebound. Tipped to Ryan White. Ryan White has it taken away. Greenbrier East misses a transition opportunity that time, and Smith now with it. Guarded by Ryan White. Smith gets around the screen, puts it up, no good. Rebound inside to Curry, and she's going to be tied up as she goes to the basket. Possession error will point to Mingo Central. Here comes Liz Wooding to replace Hannah Fuller. And Addie Smith will inbound underneath the basket. Gets it up top to Atkins, gets it back to Smith on the wing. Nice job, Ryan White, there to read that out and get in her face defensively. Smith now dribbles on the Battle for the Springhouse logo, put on this floor by Prater's Flooring. Pass inside, feed to Curry. She scores it again. They're finding her in the paint time after time. And she makes the lead 36-23.
Mingo Central on that set.
Caden Stewart thought about a long 3, then now drives and kicks it out to White. White takes the 3, no good, and now Curry on the board. Curry's having a big quarter so far. Curry hands off now to Smith. Smith will bring it across midcourt. She's guarded by Ryan White, gets around the screen, doesn't pull the trigger this time. She's guarded tightly by Caden Stewart. Caden Stewart steals it away. Here comes Greenbrier East on the break. 2-on-2, both Stewarts. Caden's going to stop, pop just inside the three-point line, and she hits it. It's a 2-point basket. Caden Stewart had 1 foot inside the three-point line. Makes it 36-25. 4:39 to play. Holly Gillespie pleading with her defense to get a stop here. And Caroline Dotson stole it away, knocks it into the backcourt. It's loose on the ground. Caroline ties it up. And we're going to get a jump ball call. It should point to Greenbrier East this time. A little extracurricular there after the tie-up. The officials blowing the whistle.
Yeah, Megan Atkins wasn't happy with that. I mean, it was a loose ball, and then Caroline's just sitting there.
And we get a timeout, Mingo Central. So are they saying the timeout was before the jump ball? We're going to keep it here as we're trying to sort this out. They called the jump ball. 2 officials called a jump ball. Now they're going to come in and say she called a timeout before it?
Yep, so the lead official called. He said the coach had timeout before the jump ball, which I don't know how. The ball was loose.
Yeah, you can't call timeout if the ball.
You can't do that.
Yeah, there's no way you can call a timeout if it's loose on the floor. So even if she called it first before the whistle, She can't call it because there's no possession.
No, not at all. But
it is what it is. You got to overcome it if you're Greenbrier East, because they trail by 11 here, 36-25, with 4:27 to play. And Mingo Central now will inbound. Would have been Spartan ball. Instead, it's Mingo Central basketball. A tough call there. If you're listening for Mingo Central and saying, come on now, I warned you before the game, we're the Greenbrier East broadcast.
yeah, we're the Greenbrier East radio broadcast.
But I think we're right about that one, though.
Yeah.
Addie Smith crosses midcourt, gets it on the wing to Alyssa Davis. Davis guarded there by Kennedy Stewart. Now up top to Curry. She's had a big quarter, going to fire the three this time. No good. Caroline Dawson secures the rebound. Greenbrier East going to try to get it back to single digits here as Dawson crosses midcourt. Gets it to Stewart on the wing. Stewart three, no good. Battle for the rebound. Sparks tracks it down, and she's going to get it back to Smith. Here comes Smith and the Miners back the other way. 3:55 to go. They lead by 11. Curry now on the left wing. She turns, faces the basket. She's guarded by Liz Wooding. Now up top.
Mingo run a double screen for her.
Curry has found that all quarter long. This time she can't get it to fall. And Greenbrier East clears the rebound. Cadence with it. Gets inside the three-point line, hands back to Caroline. Cadence with the fake. Gets an opening, has an open shot from the foul line, and she knocks it down. Cadence Stewart, the big bucket there, cuts the lead back to single digits with 3:23 to play. It's 36-27.
Coach Justin telling Caroline to eat her up. He wants some good defense out of her.
Jenny Stewart nearly had a steal there. Mingo Central able to track it down. They get it left wing to Addie Smith. Smith with Caroline all over her. Official nearly had a 5-second count there. I think he got to about 4.
And Smith's wanting a foul for Caroline pushing on her, but one hand's legal as long as you're not changing her direction with it.
Addie Smith with it on the wing. She pushes off against Caroline, trying to create some space. Now feeds it inside to Sparks. Sparks has it poked away there by Caden Stewart, and they're going to whistle her for a foul.
Oh, she's got technical.
Who did?
The technical's going to be on number 10, Megan Atkins for Mingo.
Foul's going to go against Caden Stewart, and the technical does go against number 10, Megan Atkins of Mingo Central. So Caden Stewart's going to go to the line to try to knock these down. And this is a big opportunity here, Eric. The lead is 9, and Caden Stewart can cut into it here at the foul line.
Yeah, bad timing for a technical foul.
Her first rolls out. Wow. You hate to see that, as you always put your best shooter at the line on a technical. You got to count on those. And Cadence does knock down the second. 36-28. And it's going to be Lady Spartan basketball, so big opportunity there because of that technical. Stewart at the foul line, kicks it out to McKenna for 3, no good, short off the rim. McKenna battling for the rebound, can't track it down, and Addie Smith has it. Smith dribbles across midcourt, into the lane, puts up a little floater, no good. Battle for the rebound. Sparks just uses her size and then gets it up off the glass and scores. Greenbrier East had good position there. They just couldn't do anything about Sparks' size, and she scores it to put it back to a 10-point lead. It's 38-28. Kennedy Stewart, top of the key, no good. Touched every part of the rim, wouldn't fall, and Mingo Central controls the rebound.
Who got that rebound for them, Cam?
I believe that was Addie Smith. 2:05 to go. Curry with it now, top of the key. Swings it left wing to Smith. Smith going to drive the baseline, puts up off the glass and scores. 40-28, lead back to 12. Greenbrier East had cut it down to 8, but 4 straight Mingo Central points. Kennedy goes around the screen from Cadence. Little jumper from the foul line, hits it. 40-30 to lead back to 10 with 1:35. You need to get it down to single digits before the end of the quarter here if you're Greenbrier East. Davis with it on the right wing. She's guarded by McClure. Up top, Curry's going to fire the 3. Hits it. Curry has been hurting Greenbrier East underneath, and now she hurts them from the top of the key as she nails a 3 to make it 43-30. Kennedy now driving in, finds some space, gives the baseline to Wooding. She puts up the jumper, no good. Nice battle there by McKenna McClure to get the rebound. She puts it up and is fouled. Good effort there by McKenna McClure. Pure effort to go in there against those big bodies and get the rebound, and she's going to be rewarded with a trip to the line.
Who was that foul on, Cam?
I did not see. McClure is going to step to the line. Her first is up and short off the iron. Greenbrier East hurting itself at the foul line a little bit here this quarter. They trail by 13. McKenna will have one more. Puts it up. No good. Rolls out. Sparks gets the rebound for Mingo Central. Here comes Addie Smith with it for the Miners. She's in the paint, had it poked away from behind by Caden Stewart, knocked out of bounds into the Greenbrier East cheerleaders, but it'll stay with Mingo Central. 59 seconds to go in the third quarter. Spartans trail it by 13. Addie Smith looking to inbounds, gets it into Sparks. Sparks uses her size, backs down. Stewart turns around, no good. Battle for the rebound. Last touch by Kennedy Stewart, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Mingo Central.
Sparks, sorry, Cam. Sparks' length is just, it's deadly, isn't it? Like, she's just so long.
Absolutely. We saw that in the boys' game today from Parkersburg South. As Greenbrier East has numbers now on the breakaway on the steal. Kennedy Stewart to the rim. She can't get it to fall, but she is fouled and will go to the line for a pair. Kennedy going to step to the line with 47 seconds. Her team trailing by 13 to try to make some big shots to cut it down a little bit. Her first is up and good. 43-31. 47.7 seconds to go in the third quarter. Kennedy Stewart will have one more. Puts it up and good. 43-32. Greenbrier East all full court pressure all over the floor. Stolen away by Caroline Dotson. Dotson gets it to White. White now to Stewart. Stewart three ball in the way. No good. Battle for the rebound, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Mingo Central. Will stay with Greenbrier East. That was a big opportunity there if she's going to knock down that three. But see if they can get the points here. It's 43-32. Kennedy Stewart on the inbounds. Looks over. Gets it to Cadence. Cadence going to drive in. Draws three defenders. Kicks it back out to McKenna. Clock down to 28 seconds. Ryan White on the left wing. Tries to feed it inside. McKenna is stolen away. Addie Smith on the drive. She's met by two Spartan defenders as she touches the baseline. And, oh, she stepped on the line, but we're going to get a foul call instead. Ryan White's second foul. It looked to me like Addie Smith stepped on that baseline first, but foul's called. Inbounds pass now. Smith off the play was left open on the wing. No good. McKenna McClure controls the rebound. 9 seconds as she gets to Cadence. 6 seconds. Cadence top of the key. Going to drive in. Now back it back out. Clock down to 2. Kennedy gets it to Caroline. Caroline going to fire before the buzzer. Short, no good, and that's going to do it for our third quarter. We've played 3 to score. Mingo Central 43, Greenbrier East 32. You're listening to the Battle for the Springhouse on Oldies 93, WKCJ, and the Greenbrier Valley Channel.
This is a trillion-dollar business. They're cutting it into everything.
Is that
Is that
full?
a full or? Okay.
Yeah, it was. Right. 6:22 to go. Greenbrier East trailing Mingo Central 44-36, but the Spartans having some luck with this full court pressure, cutting into this lead, see if they can keep it up here. Mingo Central were inbound underneath the basket. Inbounder dogged there by Kennedy Stewart. She gets it in. And Addison Smith bringing it up the floor against Ryan White. Good defense there from White, making it tough.
Great job by both girls right there. That was impressive plays by both of them.
Now Davis on the wing, dribbles back up top, gives it to Sparks. Sparks now back on the right wing to Smith. Smith looking for some space, using that arm again. She gets in the lane. She took steps. No call there. And what are we going to get here? Jump ball called. Possession arrow points to Greenbrier East. So Greenbrier East has it down to 8. It's going to have the ball, see if it can cut it a little further. White inbounds to Kennedy Stewart. Kennedy across midcourt, goes between her legs, looking over the defense. She swings it right wing to Dotson. Dotson ball above her head, looking for some help. Gets it inside to Caden Stewart. Stewart backs it back out. Now swings it left to McKenna McClure, open for a 3, short off the rim, no good. Rebound Sparks for Mingo Central. Smith with it now, brings it up the floor. She's going to drive in against White, gets around the screen, goes in against Caden Stewart, puts it up, no good. Rebound, though, Mingo Central, no good. And McKenna McClure clears it for Greenbrier East, gets it to Ryan White, and now to Caden Stewart. Caden's running the floor. She's at the top of the key, foul line, into the lane, puts it up, has her shot blocked, but she's able to control her rebound. Gets it to Kennedy. Kennedy into the lane, now kicks it out to Caroline. Caroline open for a 3, yes! Caroline Dotson knocks down the 3 ball with 5:06 to go, makes it 44-39. Big 3 there.
Great shot by Caroline Dotson. Good job by the other girls to find her wide open.
You said it earlier, Eric. Her shot has been there tonight as Caroline has looked good from three-point range.
It has.
Now Sparks at the top of the key, dogged by Caden. Sorry, Eric.
No, you're good. I was going to say, good for her because they've done so well defensively on Caden, so glad to see somebody else step up.
Addison Smith tries to go around the screen. She lays it off the glass, no good. Rebound, Curry off the glass, no good. Rebound, Ryan White has it, gets out of there with it to give it to Kennedy Stewart. It's physical underneath there, and the whistles aren't blowing. Kennedy has it, gives it to Caden. Caden's top of the key now, backs it out, gives it to Caroline. Caroline open for another 3 from the wing. This one's short. Rebound, Kennedy Stewart goes in there among the big bodies and pulls it down. Caroline open again, fires a 3, hits it! Caroline Dotson with another big 3 from the wing, and Greenbrier East is back within 2. It's 44-42, and Mingo Central wants a timeout. We'll take it with them right here. Caroline Dotson on fire for Greenbrier East. You're listening to the Battle for the Spring House on Oldies 93 WKCJ.
Peer pressure looks a lot different than what people make it out to be. It's not more like a, hey, do this, but it's being around all those people. And that's what the peer pressure is. No one's forcing you to do it, but it's fitting in.
With 4:08 to go, they're down by just 2. The full court pressure is making an impact against Mingo Central, and the Lady Spartans are battling back. Caroline Dotson big from 3-point range. Mingo Central has it now as they'll cross midcourt. It's Isabella Hall with it. Gets it on the wing. Three-pointer on the way from Curry. No good. Ryan White with the rebound. Greenbrier East can tie it or take the lead here as Kennedy Stewart crosses midcourt. Kennedy to Cadence on the wing. Cadence going to drive in at the foul line. Puts it up. Rolls out. No good. Battle for the rebound. Last touch by Mingo Central. It'll stay with Greenbrier East. 3:44 to go. Spartans down 2.
Tell you what, the ballroom is electric right now. Greenbrier East has got all the momentum right now. We need to capitalize.
Kennedy will inbound it. Looking, gets it into Ryan White. Ryan White dribbles, now kicks it back out to Cadence. Cadence hounded there on the wing as she drives in, and they're going to whistle Mingo Central for a foul. Foul's going to go against number 2, Alyssa Davis. Her third. And Kennedy will inbound underneath the basket once again. Kennedy Stewart gets it in to McKenna McClure. McKenna looking top of the key to Caroline. Caroline going to drive the lane this time, puts it up, has it swatted away. Mingo Central has it, but stolen away by Ryan White. Here goes White to the basket. Layup shot, no good. Battle for the rebound. White has it, puts it up, no good again. And finally, Mingo Central gets out of there with it. And they're going to get a blocking foul called against McKenna McClure. Wow. McKenna McClure looked like she had her trapped there in front of the sideline. They're going to whistle her for the foul. Wow, 2 good looks there for Ryan White. Couldn't get it to fall. 3:19 to go now. 2-point game. Mingo Central inbound right in front of Governor Justice. Inbounds pass to Smith. She crosses midcourt. Has McClure on her. McClure's played good defense there. She fights around the screen, gets it inside the Sparks. Good move there.
Great play by Mingo Central.
46-42. Back come the Spartans. Kennedy Stewart behind the back, gets into the lane, gets it to White. Now down in the corner to McClure. McClure now back up top. Coach Justice wants a timeout. We'll take it with him. 2:55 to play. Mingo Central leading Greenbrier 46-42. You're listening to the Battle for the Spring House on Oldies 93 WKCJ and the Greenbrier Valley Channel.
You look at somebody that's addicted to drugs as this person that's falling down and can't function, and she wasn't like that. And she wasn't like that even at the end.
Peer pressure looks a lot different than what people make it out to be. It's not more like a, hey, do this, but it's being around all those people. And that's what the peer pressure is. No one's forcing you to do it, but it's fitting in.
2:55 left to play. Nothing has been decided in this one. It's a 4-point game. Mingo Central leading Greenbrier East 46-42, but the Spartans have been on a charge in recent moments. See if they can keep it going. That full court pressure has proved beneficial for the Spartans. Ryan White's going to inbound, gets it into Kennedy Stewart. Kennedy has Isabella Hall all over as she dribbles between the circles. Kennedy drives into the foul line, now kicks it out to McKenna McClure. She thought about a three. Hands off now to Caroline Dotson. Dotson has Addison Smith all over her. They're giving Dotson plenty of attention now after she made those threes. Ryan White with it on the wing, looking over the defense. She swings it cross court to McClure. McClure finds a little room, dribbles down in, and kicks it back out. Now inside the paint to Dotson. Dotson dribbles with the right hand, now back with the left, and resets it. And Coach Justice didn't like what he saw on offense. He's going to take another timeout. We'll take it with him again. 2:23 to go now. Mingo Central leading Greenbrier East 46-42. You're listening to Lady Spartan basketball in the Battle for the Springhouse on Oldies 93 WKCJ. is Wooding up top to Davis. Now to Hall. Hall sends Kennedy to the floor. They're going to back it back out. They're using some clock now. Dotson is all over Davis. Now they try to feed the paint to Sparks. Kennedy Stewart steals it away. Kennedy Stewart not afraid of the big bodies as she comes up with it. Kennedy going to stop. Pop for three. Short. Off the front of the iron. No good. That would have brought this roof off the Colonial Hall there.
This packed Colonial Hall. Majority Greenbrier East fans.
And now Mingo Central with a chance to use some more clock. They lead by 4 as we tick inside 1 minute now. Smith going to the basket, and she's fouled on her way there.
Smith was wanting an intentional foul right there, I don't think.
Coach Justice is going to take a timeout. We'll take it with him. 57 seconds to go here at the Battle of the Springhouse. A 4-point game. You're listening to Lady Spartan Basketball on Oldies 93, WKCJ, and the Greenbrier Valley Channel.
The mountains and the trees make our area some of the most scenic in the nation, but they also present a challenge to Appalachian Power supplying energy. More than half of our customers' power outages are caused by trees falling onto our power lines. That's why we dedicate more than 1,600 full-time workers to manage vegetation. Each year, we clear more than 5,000 miles along our rights-of-way to keep service safe and reliable. Every day, I work to keep trees away from our power lines. It's an important part of Appalachian Power's commitment to keep your energy service reliable.
Back out of the timeout, Addison Smith going to have a one-on-one. She puts her first and up and good. 49-44. If Smith connects on the front end of the one plus the bonus, and she'll have one more. Try to make it a 6-point game. Smith eyes the basket, puts it up, and good. 50-44. 57 seconds left. Here comes Greenbrier East across midcourt. And we're going to get a whistle here.
Clock wasn't running. He's going to fix the clock to 54 and a half seconds.
All right, so 54.5 seconds put on the clock. Caden Stewart going to inbound. Looks over, gets it into Ryan White. White dribbles top of the key. Now gets it to Caroline on the wing. Caroline back to Kennedy. Kennedy drives in the paint. Gives it to Wooding. Wooding jumper is up and no good. Ryan White has the rebound though. Gets it back to Wooding. Wooding now to Kennedy. 40 seconds to go. Kennedy to Caroline. Caroline drives in, gets to Wooding. Now back to Kennedy Stewart. Kennedy going to fire the three. Too short. Rebound Mingo Central. Curry has it now. As Mingo Central crosses midcourt. Addison Smith has it. She's pushed. Caroline Dotson has to be smarter than that, picking up the foul. She's going to be called for the intentional.
That's number 5 as well.
Got to at least pretend like you're going for the basketball. Caroline just gave her a double-handed shove there. Smith's first and the intentional, no good. Hannah Fuller set to check in the game as Smith makes her second. (51-44). Just 25 seconds to go. Mingo Central gets it in. Smith is grabbed by Ryan White. She'll go to the line. Spartans don't really have a choice now. They've got to foul whoever they can quickly, but you'd like to send somebody other than Smith to the line if you had the choice. Addie Smith will step to the line. Her first is good. 52-44, time running out on the Spartans now. Smith will have one more, puts it up, and good. Makes it a 9-point game. It's 53-44 as Kennedy Stewart crosses midcourt. Kennedy goes around the screen from Wooding, puts up a three, no good. Hannah Fuller with the rebound. Fuller gets it to Wooding, clock down to 12. Wooding on the baseline has it stripped away. She tries to throw it off of Curry. Curry instead shows strong hands, grabs it, and Mingo Central going to run out the clock, and that'll do it. The Lady Miners come in the battle for the Springhouse and get a first-round win over the defending champion Lady Spartans for Greenbrier East. Your final score, 53, Mingo Central, Greenbrier East, 44. We'll come back and wrap it all up for you here on Oldies 93 WKCJ and the Greenbrier Valley channel. You're listening to the Cornerstone IGA postgame show right here on Oldies 93 WKCJ.
Sports in the Greenbrier fit together like peaches and iced tea. Over the years, America's Resort has hosted some incredible sporting events, including the Ryder Cup, Solheim Cup, the PGA Tour, professional boxing, and training camps for NFL and NBA teams. From Sam Snead to Tom Brady and from Lou Gehrig to Tiger Woods, sports' biggest stars have walked the iconic hallways of the Greenbrier or the fairways of the Old White. Last February, a new tradition began with the inaugural Battle for the Springhouse, bringing basketball inside the Grand Colonial Hall for the first time for a setting that is truly unmatched. Now it's time for an encore as some of the top high school teams in the Mountain State return to this hallowed venue for year number 2. The field this year features the best of the best, with 4 girls' powers and 4 boys' powers from every corner of the state going to battle with the ultimate goal of bringing the Springhouse Trophy back to their schools. The competition will be fierce, but this weekend is about more than basketball. It's a chance for these student athletes to experience one of West Virginia's true treasures. It's an opportunity to learn about the centuries of history that have taken place on these 11,000 acres. And most of all, it's about making memories that will last long after their athletic careers come to a close. So as the Greenbrier guests enjoy bunker tours, afternoon tea, and the lobster mashed potatoes at Prime 44, the Greenbrier Valley Channel is proud to take you courtside in Colonial Hall. Every dribble, pass, shot, steal, and buzzer beater can be found right here as these talented athletes give their all for the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's game time at the 2023 Battle for the Springhouse.
The mountains and the trees make our area some of the most scenic in the nation, but they also present a challenge to Appalachian Power supplying energy. More than half of our customers' power outages are caused by trees falling onto our power lines. That's why we dedicate more than 1,600 full-time workers to manage vegetation. Each year, we clear more than 5,000 miles along our rights-of-way to keep service safe and reliable. Every day, I work to keep trees away from our power lines. It's an important part of Appalachian Power's commitment to keep your energy service reliable.
This is a trillion-dollar business.
Do you guys understand what the term one pill can kill means?
One of my best friends last year, she overdosed on fentanyl.
We actually see people who don't make it pretty often.
I wouldn't have imagined in middle school that it would be like this big of a deal in high school.
The fatal dose is considered 2 milligrams. If you had 10 tablets in your hand, 4 of them have that amount.
It doesn't care who you are, how rich you are, how poor you are, how pretty you are, how ugly you are. It don't discriminate.
It's not an overdose, it's poisoning. It'll take 5 seconds.
Young kids, they can't take the type of dosage that even an adult can. That's how we're ending up having kids found in bathrooms, janitors' closets, overdosed.
Peer pressure looks a lot different than what people make it out to be.
Real questions from West Virginia teens. Answers from the people on the front lines. This is One Pill Can Kill.
IGA post-game show. Final score, Mingo Central 53, Greenbrier East 44. It was a hard-fought battle all the way back and forth. Greenbrier East trailed by as many as 13, but came storming back, cut it all the way down to 2 as Caroline Dodson got hot from three-point range. But Mingo Central just too strong and is able to pull away late to win this one 53-44 to punch its ticket into the championship game. The Lady Miners will play Wyoming East tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the girls championship game. And Eric Workman, that should be a fantastic basketball game there, as those are the number 1 teams tied for number 1 in Class AA. They've split 2 regular season meetings so far, so the tiebreaker coming up tomorrow night in the championship game of the Battle of Springhouse, Mingo Central against Wyoming East. Greenbrier East, on the other hand, won't be able to defend its battle for the Springhouse crown this year, as it'll drop into the consolation bracket. It'll play at 1 o'clock tomorrow. It'll take on Nitro, 1 o'clock right here, Colonial Hall, at the Battle for the Springhouse. Our other 2 games tomorrow, the 3 o'clock game will be a boys consolation game between Cabell Midland and Greenbrier East, and then a 5 o'clock game will be the boys championship between Parkersburg South and Shady Spring. But wrapping this one up, Eric, just too much sparks underneath for Mingo Central at times, and they took care of the basketball well. Greenbrier East did the best they could to really make a run at them, but just too much for the Miners late in this game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And you said too much spark. She has a double-double with 10 boards, 14 points. Just the length of her, she just has so much length and gave Greenbrier East fits underneath.
Yeah, both Greenbrier East teams tonight, the boys game that we watched before this one and the girls game, they just went up against a player with a tremendous length that they just didn't have an answer to. So you can scheme a lot of things, and Coach Justice did a nice job scheming some different things to get back in this game tonight. But there's nothing you can scheme for height and for size. So it tore Greenbrier East up a little bit tonight. But a nice effort, and if you're Greenbrier East, you got to bounce back tomorrow. You have to find a way to get a win over Nitro. You don't have a whole lot of time to think about this one. It's going to be an early day tomorrow. You come out at 1 o'clock and got to find a way to get that win in a consolation game against Nitro.
Yeah, absolutely. Quick thoughts, get them out, show back up tomorrow, do your thing, and come out for a win.
All right, we're going to take another quick break, and we'll come back. We're going to wrap up the final stats here from this one. You're listening to the Cornerstone IGA postgame show on Oldies 93, WKCJ, and the Greenbrier Valley channel. Back here on the Cornerstone IGA postgame show, wrapping up a 53-44 Mingo Central victory over Greenbrier East here at the Battle for the Springhouse. It's time now for our Magic's Computer Repair player of the game. Eric Workman, who you have?
We're going to go with Caroline Dotson for Greenbrier East. 16 points tonight. She was 4 for 7 from behind the arc and just had a really good game, really solid game defensively too. She got in foul trouble there late, but that's expected with Caroline, just the way she plays so aggressive.
She was pretty big on the boards tonight, too, I think.
Yeah, she had 8 boards as well, 2 offensive and 6 defensive.
So leads the team in both points and rebounds tonight with 16 points, 8 rebounds. So congratulations to Caroline Dotson, our Magic's Computer Repair player of the game. And Eric, run down the rest of the stats for us, if you will.
Sure. The Stewart sisters combined for 18 total, 9 apiece. Ryan White with 6 and 5 boards. Elizabeth Wooding came out and hit the first shot of the game, gave her 2 points. Hannah Fuller, 2 points as well with 5 boards. We talked about Caroline, 16 and 8, and that rounds out Greenbrier East for 44 total points. And they shot a total of 36% from the field for the game. Then we'll go into Mingo Central. The winners tonight with Grimmett had 8, Curry with 11, Smith ended with 18, then Davis 2, and then we talked about Sparks having the double-double with 10 boards and 14 points. For a total of 53 points, and they shot 52% tonight from the field.
Yeah, looking over your shoulder there, that's a big difference in the game. Mingo Central, 18 for 40 overall from the field. Greenbrier East shoots 11 more shots than Mingo Central, but finishes up just 15 of 41. Am I looking at that wrong?
No, you're right.
Yep.
I was looking at the free throw percentage, 87%. Yep. And Greenbrier East was 81%.
So Greenbrier East with 11 more shots, but just didn't shoot it as well. Greenbrier East finishes up 29% shooting from the field. So that was the big difference here. The Lady Spartans got hot late. Caroline Dawson made a couple threes, and they battled back from 15 down to get it within 2. So give them some credit there, but hopefully they can carry over some of that momentum tomorrow and find a way to get back in the win column.
Absolutely. I know Nitro is going to be ready to play us because of last year we beat them and knocked them out. So they're going to come ready to play. So hopefully Greenbrier East shows up early and gets rolling.
All right, well, that leads us into our next broadcast, which will be tomorrow right here from Colonial Hall at the Greenbrier in the Battle for the Springhouse. 1 o'clock, the girls' consolation game, Greenbrier East against Nitro. So be here, sure to join us at Colonial Hall if you can. If not, join us right here on Oldies 93 WKCJ. We appreciate you listening and watching on the Greenbrier Valley channel. So that'll do it for tonight. For all the Greenbrier Valley channel crew, for Eric Workman, I'm Cam Huffman, for Pat Williams, back in the Radio Greenbrier studios. Good night from Colonial Hall at the Greenbrier.